should have the least offensive version of the vote being voted on in the event that the final vote doesn't go our way. So I don't think that was presented in the most eloquent way, but if Mr. O'Connor at least understood it. All right, thank you.
Mr. Warden.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. John Warden, Precinct 8. I make a quick a question, Mr. Moderator. Your remarks at the very outset of the meeting about civility towards the appointed and elected officials of the town. I hope you didn't mean that they are all of them exempt from all criticism, because
no.
Oh, thank you. Because I mean, one of the prerogatives of this form of government that we don't get elsewhere is that the members of this meeting have the right to call the people at the front of the room to account and to justify their actions and to justify their motions and to make them change them if they don't like them for good or bad reasons. Now, in that light, Mr. Moderator, another question. As the person who has to preside at this meeting, of course, the essentials for a town meeting, there are 3 legal requirements: a moderator, a clerk, and a quorum. Everything else is surplusage. It's nice to have the selectmen here, but they're not a legal requirement. So, Mr. Moderator, let me ask you, would you find it convenient to get down here at 7 o'clock, knowing that before you wrap the gavel and call us to attention to stand for the anthem, you have to look at all these amendments, and you have to talk to people who want to consult with you, et cetera, et cetera?
Speaking in my own self-service, no, I wouldn't. I personally work till at least 6 o'clock even on town meeting nights. I get down here at about 7:15 as it is. By the time I get my desk set up, there's always 2 or 3 meeting members who want to speak with me. It's 5 minutes to 8 before I know it. So if we were going to meet at 7, that means I'd have to get here at 6:15, 6:30 to start at 7. And that's 45 minutes is just about what I find it takes me to start the meeting at 8.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I had a similar experience in my 19 years behind that podium, and I work in Boston, so I had a somewhat longer commute than you do. And particularly because I take the T, and so it's a really long commute. Again, and as a former moderator, town meeting member of 43 years, and a member of the Town Meeting Procedures Committee, I urge you to defeat both the amendment and the original motion and to stick with our traditional time of 8 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the question. Mr. Foskett.
Charles Foskett, Precinct 8. Mr. Moderator, is there any reason why we can't adjourn the meeting at 10 o'clock any given night?
If you want to go 15 meetings, sure.
No, that wasn't my question.
No, sir. We can adjourn at any point in time we want after 8 o'clock.
So, given if the meeting would like to be efficient and have shorter, stay within a certain number of meetings, we can adjourn at 10 o'clock, meet the objectives of those people who would like to leave earlier, and hopefully be finished our town meeting in a reasonable period of time. Thank you.
Mr. Wagner? Carl?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Carl Wagner, Precinct 11. I move that we terminate debate on the previous question and all associated matters.
Second.
Okay, motion to terminate debate on all matters before us, which will include both the amendment and the regular article. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, say no.
No.
Okay, debate is terminated in my opinion. We have before us first Mr. Marr's amendment, which would simply replace the words 7:30 as opposed to 8 o'clock for us. No, wait a second, Mr. Marr. You want to say 7. Yeah. Replace 7:30 with the word 7 o'clock, so we would... Dyslexia gets me. John wants to make it 7:30 to start, not 7. All in favor of that, please say yes. Yes. Opposed, say no. No. Oh. Chair's in doubt. Standing vote. All in favor, please, of making us start at 7:30, please rise. Up front, 8 up front. Mr. Schlickman on my left. 28. Mr. O'Connor? 30. Right center, Mr. Tremblay? 27. And on the right, Mr. McCabe? 28. All opposed to starting at 7:30, please rise. Wait a second. 15 up here. Ms. Mahan, 4. Mr. Schlickman? 15. 15. 25. 15. Ms. 10. I'm having button pushing errors. Pardon. 28. 30. 27, 28, 121. 4, 15, 25, 15, 69. The vote is in the affirmative, 121 to 69. So we have amended it by Mr. Marr, 7:30. We now have before us to recommend the vote of the Board of Selectmen as amended by Mr. Marr. All in favor, please say yes. Opposed, say no. No. Oh, that's defeated. I'm not in doubt.